Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this video we're gonna talk about Crisis Prophecy and how you can score 5 seconds with the least amount of heroes. So I've had a little bit of help from somebody on the new group chat that I made, and he kind of helped me out to get 5 seconds. Now before that, I do think that the fastest time I actually had was 6 seconds and I think 3 or 4 heroes. So reducing 1 second to 3 heroes is actually pretty friggin' good. And I do believe last time I played with Avril and trying to kill the frontline as quick as possible. And in this case, I think Raxius would do a better job right now. So reducing that to 5 seconds and using a ranged army actually kind of makes it a little bit faster, considering you have a very small time frame to actually play it. Because if you have an active server and people do a similar amount of time, you're not gonna get top 3 rather quickly. So in such a case, it is actually a pretty quick way. So before we get into the replay, I'm gonna leave the person's video in the description below. He scored 5 seconds with 2 heroes. I don't think in that particular replay, but he did show one replay. And if you want to check that, it will be exactly same information. So first, we're gonna go on to the buffs. Now, I'm just gonna show the tier 10 prism, not the hero itself. So the prism that I use, one of the two is the powder prep. Basically, I have 2 tier 10 prisms and I use the bonuses. So increases physical damage dealt by all deployed units by 28%. This one is a must-have on one of the heroes. And then we have another prism, which will be the Guardian. Increases attack and health of friendly humanoid units by 20%. Of course, like the hero bonuses and whatever also count, but you have to keep these in mind. And all the rest of the prisms will be army attack. So I don't think I'm just gonna show the archers or whatever, since I've done this yesterday and I had to swap for PvP and events and stuff like that. So we're just going through majority of that before the replay. In terms of buffs, so you have 3 buffs which you can use in terms of hero mastery. So one is nearby troops attack and health by 50% for 30 seconds. The other is when Sizers on the battlefield or any other hero damage and attack speed of all troops deployed 20%. So you have command 2, command 6, and command 10. Every 10 seconds boosts the attack and attack speed of nearby troops by 50%, lasts 4 seconds. So you have 2 or 3 heroes depending which type of formation you make. You have, I suppose, Avalon, I suppose Yip, and you can mix between all of those 3 if you want to score faster. So do keep that in mind. Apart from that, we have to go on to the Reliquary like all the time, right? And Reliquary is pretty important. So you are going to have to swap majority of these bonuses towards getting the Battlefield Hunter. It increases damage to small units by 15%. And like always, majority of the time you will want to focus attack speed on your army. And it's pretty important to focus attack speed on your army in terms of doing the damage in events in particular, rather. PvP, perhaps not. Crit rate might be better, but PvE events require a lot of attack speed. The closer you have to 4 attacks per second, the better. And of course, Armory now portrays a little bit easier way in terms of events. So you're gonna have to put Rhino equipment, all 3 pieces for events in general. So Elephant set is PvP focused, Rhino set is PvE focused. So this one increases attack speed of friendly units for 16 seconds at the beginning of the battle. So basically, it just becomes a little bit more RNG, which archers get the attack speed and etc., and giving you a faster, better chance to actually score those 5 seconds. Apart from that, you're going to require a dragon, a particular dragon. So one moment, just swapping back to my main one. uh, you need an event dragon. An event dragon in terms of the abilities. So, one moment. I have a pretty average, let's say, dragon, a dragon that I can use for many events and not just one. Grants an additional 20% damage to non-hero ranged units when on the battlefield. And then these like sort of increase either, I think, attack or attack speed, some of them. Most people know the aura, we're not gonna go through majority of the buffs. Aside from that, we go towards the draconic buffs. So if I can show you how I set mine up, you go for Ascendancy Awaken level 50 for this. You want to have the hero stuff as well. Protection is completely 0. And then your majority of the time leveling until this one, or until this one, I suppose, for attack and health and stuff like that. But I thought this was attack speed, and then you see this random level 18s or whatever. Probably I'm gonna reset and just level this, because this increases everything on your field in terms of attack, either your heroes or your army as well. So do keep that in mind. So dragon is sorted as well, and then we have to head towards the equipment, and it is kind of I suppose a must-have. So in a placement in the formation that I will be showing you, you have to have the Tempering Charm, which will grant 3, I believe, yeah, 3 archers the particular buff. Then you have to have the Seraphic Ring for 15% stats. Then you have to have, Heaven's Edge. I wanted to say Halcyon, but yeah, that's a whole different thing. Friendly units start battle with higher morale. And then you have to have Warhorn at level 10. Now, do keep in mind, if you have potential level 50 with Warhorn Exalted, that's 40% additional damage and faster, higher chance for you to score 5 seconds. So you would need less retries, because still it took me about 10 or 15 instead of just instantly getting that. So do keep that in mind. And then we have Yip. So I changed my Yip build in terms of this event. I have level 10 Tailwind, I have Seraphic Ring, and of course I have a tag ability which will be pretty important, as well as the Lich Key, which will grant attack speed. And then you have to have this particular set. All ability cooldowns are reduced by 2 seconds at the start of the battle. The battle. This is very, very important, so do keep that in mind. I do believe that's everything that you would require to set up. I do believe I explained everything. So let's just jump into the battle. So this is the formation I use, and I'm gonna link to the original person's video in the description below, as this is pretty much gonna be an exact copy and trying with the exact copy, and then I just add one more hero and of course 2 more archers to get 5 seconds. So this is what he used, and this is the way he played. I'm not sure on the entire hero mastery thing. I just checked what he used and interpreted it as my own, with my own stuff and buffs. So basically you tag the Lich Mages right there. They all die, and then majority of these skeletons end invincibility. But as you can see, this one still has a little HP bar, while these ones will die instantly, so this is not going to be 5 seconds. So yeah, it scratched 6 seconds, so we retry, and pretty much the same thing here, right? Skeletons not dying. Again, 6 seconds, some skeletons are still alive. Alright, so I do believe this one should be the last replay. So tagged those Lich Mages, majority, if not all of them, have invincibility procced. We have to fire off the left archers to make sure the Lich Mages do in fact die. And then we have to place the attack speed stuff on as many archers as possible. So the skeletons there died. There are almost no skeletons except this one alive, and the boss is taking damage. So as you can see, the boss got 1 shot. The skeleton died, and I do believe that's 5 seconds right there. Now, again, I don't have that additional buffs from the potential and whatever. So unlikely for me to actually get, I suppose, 5 seconds to heroes, but eventually in the future I may actually do something like that. I honestly, if I can show you my general research, you probably would understand why. So as you can see, mages 630, paladins, gladiators 550 almost, and you can see the generals are incredibly low. Like, do you see how many buffs I'm missing in terms of the ability for them to buff the ranged units or frontline or whatever they're close? Like, I don't have almost any buffs in here. So anyways, that's how I scored it. There are formations which you can score 5 seconds with mages like Avril. Likely with Raxius it can be better, faster and stuff like that. But that is what I used with the help of another person's video, which he kind of told me to watch. So if this video helps you out, again, do show support for the other person, as this kind of did help me as well. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something new, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe out there.